morning, guys. So today's Brazilian tales are all about monkeys. There's quite a few of them. They're very, very short, so I thought I would read them all in one go. So the first one is How the Monkey Became a Trickster. So here we go. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful garden in which grew all sorts of fruits. Many beasts lived in the garden, and they were permitted to eat all of the fruits whenever they wished. But they were asked to observe one rule. They must make a low, polite bow to the tree, call it by its name, and say, "Please give me a taste of your fruit." They had to be very careful to remember the tree's correct name and not to forget to say please. It was also very important that they should remember not to be greedy. They must always leave plenty of fruit for the other beasts who might pass that way, and plenty to adorn the tree itself and to furnish seed so that other trees might grow. If they wished to eat figs, they had to say, oh fig tree, please give me a taste of your fruit." Or if they wished to eat oranges, they had to say, oh orange tree, please give me a taste of your fruit." In one corner of the garden grew the most splendid tree of all. It was tall and beautiful, and the rosy-cheeked fruit upon its wide-spreading branches looked wonderfully tempting. No beast had ever tasted of that fruit, for no beast could ever remember its name. In a tiny house near the edge of the garden dwelt a little old woman, who knew the names of all of the fruit trees which grew in the garden. The beasts often went to her and asked the name of the wonderful fruit tree, but the tree was far so distant from the tiny house of the little old woman that no beast could ever remember the long, hard name by the time he reached the fruit tree. Excuse me a minute. At last the monkey thought of a trick. Perhaps you do not know it, but the monkey can play the guitar. He always played when the beasts gathered together in the garden to dance. The monkey went to the tiny house of the little old woman, carrying his guitar under his arm. When she told him the long, hard name of the wonderful fruit tree, he made up a little tune to it, all his own, and sang it over and over again, all the way from the tiny house of the little old woman to the corner of the garden where the wonderful fruit tree grew. When any of the beasts met him and asked him what the new song he was singing to his guitar, he never said a word. He marched straight on, playing his little tune over and over again on his guitar and singing softly the long, hard name. At last he reached the corner of the garden where the wonderful fruit tree grew. He had never seen it look so beautiful. The rosy-cheeked fruit glowed in the bright sunlight. The monkey could hardly wait to make his bow, say the long, hard name over twice, and ask the fruit with a please. What a beautiful colour, and what a delicious odour that fruit made. The monkey had never in all his life been so near to anything which smelled so good. He took a big bite. What a face he made! The beautiful, sweet-smelling fruit was bitter and sour, but it had a nasty taste. He threw it away from him as far as he could. The monkey never forgot the tree's long, hard name and the little tune he had sung, nor did he forget how the fruit tasted. He never took a bite of it again. But after that, his favourite trick was to treat the other beasts to the wonderful fruit, just to see them make the faces when they tasted it. I wonder what fruit tree that was. The next one, How the Monkey and the Goat Earned Their Reputation. Once upon a time, the tiger sent an invitation to the goat, asking the goat to accompany him on a visit. The goat promptly accepted the invitation, and at the appointed day they started on their journey to the house of the tiger's friend. On the way there, they came to a dangerous marsh. The tiger was afraid to cross it, but he pretended to be very brave. He said to the goat, "Friend goat, how very pale you look when you think about crossing the marsh. Don't be afraid, just go ahead." The goat assured the tiger that he was no coward. He thrust out his chest and marched along the marsh like a brave soldier. As soon, however, as he stepped into the marsh, he fell into the mud and barely got through it alive. The tiger went around the marsh and walked on dry ground. After the tiger and the goat had come together again, they came to some banana trees. The tiger said to the goat, "Friend goat, aren't you hungry? Let us stop here and eat some bananas. You climb up and pluck the bananas. Give me the ripe ones and keep the green ones for yourself." The goat climbed up and picked the bananas. He gave the ripe ones to the tiger, and the tiger had a good meal. The goat went hungry. Excuse me. The tiger and the goat walked along, and after going for some distance, they saw a cobra lying in the path. "Friend goat," said the tiger, "here you have the opportunity to procure a beautiful necklace for your daughter, free of cost. Just pick it up and it is yours." The goat started forward to pick up the snake, but the tiger told him to let it alone if he did not want to be killed. When the tiger and the goat arrived at the house of the friend's tiger, it was very late. They soon went to bed in hammocks hung close together. At midnight, the tiger rose quietly, walked on tiptoe to the door, opened it, and went out. He'd hurried to the place where the sheep were kept, killed the fattest lamb of the flock, and had a feast. Then he went back to the hammock, wiped the blood on the goat, and went to sleep. Early in the morning, the host discovered that one of his lambs was missing. He hastened to the room where the tiger and the goat were sleeping and accused the tiger of having killed the lamb. The tiger looked up at him with an innocent expression and said, "Do you see any blood on me?" There was no blood on the tiger, but the host looked into the next hammock and saw the goat all covered in blood. "I now know who killed my fattest lamb," he said. "Excuse me." And he gave the goat such a beating that the poor goat barely escaped with his life. From that day to this, when one speaks of a person who has been easily imposed upon, he calls him the goat. Things happened very differently with the monkey. One day, not long after the tiger invited the monkey to accompany him when he went to visit his friend, the monkey accepted, and the tiger and the monkey set out on the journey. When they came to the marsh, the tiger said to the monkey, "Friend, how very pale you look when you think about crossing the marsh. Don't be afraid. Just go ahead." "You go ahead yourself," replied the monkey. The tiger went through the marsh and fell into the mud, so that he was barely able to get out again. The monkey went around the marsh and walked on dry ground. After a while, the tiger and the monkey came to the bananas. "Friend monkey," said the tiger, "aren't you hungry? Let us stop here and eat some bananas. You climb up and pluck the bananas. Give the ripe ones to me, and you may keep the green ones for yourself." The monkey climbed up and picked the bananas, but he ate all of the ripe ones himself and threw the green ones down to the tiger. The tiger was forced to go hungry, and the monkey had a good meal. Finally, the tiger and the monkey came to the cobra lying in the path. "Friend monkey," said the tiger, "here you have the opportunity to procure a beautiful necklace for your daughter, free of cost. Pick it up, and it is yours." "Pick it up yourself," said the monkey. When the tiger and the monkey arrived at the house of the tiger's friend, it was very late. They went to bed in hammocks hung up close together. The monkey had seen enough of the tiger that day to make him decide that he had better sleep with one eye open. Accordingly, he pretended he was asleep, but he was really awake. At midnight, he saw the tiger crawl quietly out of his hammock, walk on tiptoe to the door, open it gently, and go out. The monkey decided to watch and see what happened when the tiger came back. The tiger went to the place where the sheep were kept, killed the fattest lamb of the flock, and had a feast. When he came back, he tried to wipe the lamb's blood on the monkey. The monkey saw him and gave him a push, so that he spilled the blood all over himself and his own hammock. Not a single drop of blood went on the monkey. Early the next morning, when the host missed one of his lambs, he came to the room where his guests were sleeping. He saw the tiger all covered with blood, and he cried, "Oh ho! I have at last caught the one who kills my lambs." And he gave the tiger such a beating that he barely escaped with his life. It was all he could do to crawl home again. Sorry, I'll try not to cough through the next one. How the monkey got a drink. Once upon a time, the monkey made the tiger very angry. This is how it happened. The monkey was seated high up among the leafy branches of a mango tree playing his guitar. Uh-oh. The tiger passed that way and lay down under the tree to rest. Just to tease him, the monkey played and sang this little song. Tango-tee-ta, the tiger's bones are in my guitar. Tee-hee, tee-hee. The tiger was very angry. "Just you wait until I catch you, Mr. Monkey," he said, "and then I'll show you a trick or two with bones." The monkey leaped from one tree to another, keeping himself so well hid by the foliage that the tiger could not see him. Then he came down out of the trees and hid himself in a hole in the ground. When the tiger came near him, he played and sang his little song. Tango tita, the tiger's bones are my guitar. Tee-hee, tee-hee. The tiger put his paw into the hole and caught the monkey's leg. "Oh ho, Mr. Tiger," said the monkey. "You think that you have caught my leg, but what you really have is just a little sick. Ho ho!" Then the tiger let go of the monkey's leg. The monkey crawled farther back into the hole in the ground where the tiger's paw could not reach him. Then he said, "Thank you so much, Mr. Tiger, for letting go of my leg. It was really my leg, you know." Again he played and sang his little song. Tango-tee-ta, the tiger's bones are in my guitar. Tee-hee, tee-hee. The tiger was angrier than ever. He waited and waited for the monkey to come out of the hole in the ground, but the monkey did not come out. He had discovered another way out, and once more from the high tree tops he sang down to the waiting tiger. Tango-tee-ta, the tiger's bones are in my guitar. Tee-hee, tee-hee. Now, there had been a great drought in the land, and there was only one watering place where the beasts could drink. The tiger knew that the monkey would have to go there when he was thirsty, so he decided to wait for him and catch him when he came out for a drink. When the monkey went to the watering place to get a drink, he found the tiger waiting for him. He ran away as fast as the wind, for he was really, really very afraid of the tiger. He waited and waited until he thought he should die of thirst. But the tiger did not go away from the watering place for a single minute. At last the monkey thought of a trick by which he would be able to get a drink. He lay down on the path as if he were dead. After a while an old woman came along with the path carrying a dish of honey in a basket upon her head. She saw the monkey lying there by the path and, thinking that he was dead, picked him up and put him onto the basket in the dish of honey. When the monkey saw that it was honey in the dish, he was very happy. He opened the dish and covered himself all over with the soft, sticky honey. Then as the old woman walked under the trees, he lightly sprang out of the basket into the trees. The old woman did not miss him until she got home and found only part of a dish of honey in the basket. "Why, I thought I'd brought home a dead monkey in my basket," she said to the children. "Now there is no monkey here and only my dish is half full of honey. The monkey must have been playing one of his tricks." The monkey had, in the meantime, stuck leaves from the trees into the honey all over his body so that he was completely disguised. His own mother would not have recognized him. He looked something like a porcupine, and instead of sharp quills there were green leaves sticking out all over him. In this fashion he went to the drinking place, and the tiger did not recognize him. He took a long, deep drink. He was so thirsty, and the water tasted so good, that he stayed in the drinking place too long. The leaves came out of the honey which had held them, and the tiger saw that it was really the monkey. The monkey was barely able to escape. He was so badly frightened that he waited and waited a long, long time before he again went to the drinking place. At last he got so thirsty that he couldn't wait any longer. He went to the resin tree and covered himself with resin. Then he stuck leaves into the resin and again went to the drinking place. The tiger saw him, but as the tiger expected to see the leaves come off just as soon as the monkey got into the water, he thought he would wait and catch him in his bare skin. This time the leaves did not come off, for the resin held fast and was not in the least affected by the water. The tiger thought that it was not the monkey and that he must have made a mistake. The monkey drank all he wished and then strolled away leisurely without the tiger attacking him. He used the resin and leaves every time he wanted a drink after that. He kept the trick up until the rainy season arrived and he could find plenty of water in other places than the drinking place. The end. And finally, why the banana belongs to the monkey. Perhaps you did not know it, but the monkeys think that all the bananas belong to them. When Brazilian children eat bananas, they say, "I am a monkey." I once knew a little boy in Brazil who was very, very fond of bananas. He always said, "I am very much of a monkey." If you are fond of bananas, the Brazilian children would tell you that you are a monkey too. I mustn't be a monkey because I don't like bananas. This is the story they tell to show us how it all came about. Once upon a time, when the world had just been made and there was only one kind of banana, but very many kinds of monkeys, there was a little old woman who had a big garden full of banana trees. It was very difficult for the old woman to gather the bananas herself, so she made a bargain with the largest monkey. She told him that if he would gather the bunches of bananas for her, she would give him half of them. The monkey gathered the bananas. When he took his half, he gave the little old woman the bananas which grow at the bottom of the bunch and are small and wrinkled. The nice big fat ones he kept for himself and carried them home to let them ripen in the dark. The little old woman was very angry. She lay awake all night, thinking of some way by which she could get even with the monkey. At last she thought of a trick. The next morning she made an image of wax which looked just like a little black boy. Then she placed a large flat basket on top of the image's head, and in the basket she placed the best ripe bananas she could find. They certainly looked tempting. After a little while, the biggest monkey passed that way. He saw the image of wax and thought it was a boy peddling bananas. He had often pushed over boy banana peddlers, upset their baskets, and then had run away with the bananas. This morning he was feeling very good-natured, so he thought that he would first try asking politely for the bananas. "Oh, peddler boy," he said to him, "please give me a banana." But the image of the wax answered never a word. Again the monkey said, this time in a louder voice, "Oh, peddler boy, please give me a banana, just one little ripe, little sweet banana." The image of wax answered never a word. Then the monkey called out in his loudest voice, "Oh, peddler boy, if you don't give me a banana, I'll give you such a push that it will upset all of your bananas." The image of wax was silent. The monkey ran towards the image of wax, struck it hard with its hand. His hand remained firmly embedded in the wax. Peddler boy, let go of my hand," the monkey called out. "Let go of my hand and give me a banana, or else I'll give you a hard blow with my other hand." The image of wax did not move. The monkey gave the image a hard blow with his other hand. The other hand remained firmly embedded in the wax. Then the monkey called out, "Oh, peddler boy, let go of my two hands. Let go of my two hands and give me a banana, or else I will give you a kick with my foot." The image of wax did not let go. The monkey gave the image a kick with his foot, and his foot remained stuck in the wax. Peddler boy, the monkey cried, "let go my foot. Let go my two hands and my foot and give me a banana, or else I'll give you a kick with my other foot." The image of the wax did not go. The monkey was now very angry. Gave the image of wax a kick with his foot, and his foot remained stuck fast in the wax. The monkey shouted, "Oh, peddler boy, let go my foot. Let go my 2 feet and my 2 hands and give me a banana, or else I'll give you a push with my body." The image of wax did not let go. The monkey gave the image of wax a push with his body. His body remained caught fast in the wax. Peddler boy, the monkey shouted, "let go my body. Let go my body and my 2 feet and my 2 hands, or I'll call all the other monkeys to help me." But the image of wax did not let go. Then the monkey made such an uproar with his cries and shouts that very soon monkeys came running from all directions. There were big monkeys and little monkeys and middle-sized monkeys. A whole army of monkeys had come to the aid of the biggest monkey. It was very littlest monkey who thought of a plan to help the biggest monkey out of his plight. The monkeys were to climb up to the biggest tree and pile themselves on top of one another until they made a pyramid of monkeys. The monkey with the loudest voice of all was to be on top, and he was to shout his very loudest to the sun and ask the sun to come and help the biggest monkey out of his dreadful difficulty. This is what all the big-sized, little-sized, middle-sized monkeys did. The monkey with the loudest voice on top of the pyramid made the sun hear. The sun came at once. The sun poured his hottest rays down upon the wax, and after a while the wax began to melt. The monkey was at last able to pull out one of his hands. The sun poured down more of his hottest rays, and soon the monkey was able to pull out his 2 hands. Then one foot, then another, and in a little while his body too, and at last he was free. When the little old woman saw what had happened, she was very much discouraged about raising bananas. She decided to move to another part of the world where she raised cabbages instead of bananas. The monkeys were left in possession of the big garden full of banana trees, and from that day to this, monkeys have thought that they own all of the bananas in the land. The end. And there are another 3 or 4 stories on monkeys, so I think I will continue that tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of the day. The sun is shining. I'm going to do a scavenger hunt, which has a comedy twist at the end, so I will show you that in a bit. See you later. Bye bye for now.